What's up, Diva? So this video is all about how I designed the curtains that I did showcase in my room tour. Since I've moved here to Arizona, I have been doing a lot of revamping or just doing over my home in a new look, and I wanted to show you guys how I did these curtains without using any thread or needles. Really easy. I did get the material, the fabric, from Craigslist, and it was on a bolt, so it was brand new. And it was full of fabric, so I absolutely love it. It was 20 bucks. So as you can see, this is the fabric. It's kind of like a feather type style, very pretty, very full of just a lot of glamour, and I love the look of it. I really didn't know what I was going to do with this at first. I was going to make pillowcases, but there was so much of it, I decided I'm going to make curtains. So this is how I purchased it. It was on a boat, like I said, from Craigslist. And what I'm doing here is I'm just going to lay it out, and I'm going to actually take a curtain that is about 96 inches in length. I love my curtains to be really, really long. And I'm going to take this curtain and just use it as my guide and my outline. Now, like I said, I love them to be really long. And this is the top portion of the curtain here. And as you're going to see, I'm going to show you right now. I'm going to pull it to the edge, but however, there is about a 2-inch hem on this brown linen curtain that I'm showing you. So in order to make your hem about a good 2-inch hem, you don't really have to have it that long, but just have it enough hem for certain fabrics. So I'm going to pull this brown up some, so that way I know where to actually cut my fabric. And like I said, you want to have a nice amount of hem in case you want to put a curtain rod through it. So this is how I styled my actual curtains. So this is the cutout fabric, and at first I did actually decide to use my sewing machine, but I will tell you, certain fabric is a little bit harder to sew on a machine, and as I experienced with just going along, I have a lot of panels. There was a total of 6 panels that I cut for my windows, and they were extremely long, and as you can see, the flow, the feather of it, it started to get caught in the actual machine a lot of the time, so it seemed like it took me a lot longer than I expected. So as you can see, I did decide to sew it in the beginning, but the feathers just kept getting caught, and just to avoid all of that, I decided to do an easier method, which is here. You will see me now. So with the help of my daughter, who is holding the fabric still, I'm going to take my hot gun, and you can just get this hot glue gun. You can buy them at dollar stores. I actually purchased this from Walmart, and it was fairly cheap. I think it was about $3, and the sticks were about $1.50. And you want to make sure that your hot glue gun is extremely hot, and be very careful because you really don't want to touch it when it's hot. Even through the fabric, I did kind of burn my skin, but you want to do small droplets at a time, like I'm showing you right here, and just press evenly on the actual fabric. Now, instead of using your fingers, I did for the other panels, I did use like the bottom of the glue gun and press down once it's once the glue was tacked onto the fabric. This will help with just like a steady and more precise tack feeling. Now the glue is super hot, and it really does hold. You can wash them and it's going to hold too, but you don't want to do a lot at a time because this glue does dry quickly. Hot glues can dry very quickly, but the most important part is you want to be really, really careful not to burn your fingers. So as you can see, I'm just going up and down, and I'm trying to make sure that I'm covering the entire hem, which means the edge of the hem as well as inside of the hem, because I want to make sure that none of the curtain material separates from the actual other portion of the fabric. I'm not going to be using curtain rods for my particular curtains, only because I wanted a different look, and I'm not like really a huge fan of, I am going to be using curtain rods, excuse me, but I'm not going to be actually using, I'm not going to be putting the pole through the curtains, because I like to use them kind of like with a drape kind of look. So that is the reason why my hem from the top to the bottom will all be smooth and tacked over the material, so you'll be glued throughout it. Now, if you wanted to leave a portion where it was open inside to where you can put an actual curtain rod, you can do so. I would actually, just leave a gapping and just cut at least, I would say at least like about 4 inches of fabric, so that way you have enough inseam to where you can place your curtain rod. So as you see here, I'm just going to actually be placing the hot glue on the fabric. And it's super easy. I love doing the DIY or, you know, do it yourself things at home. You know, this is a lot faster than doing the actual sewing of the machine. Trust me, ladies, a whole lot faster. With 6 panels and I had to do 4 sides, the glue gun method is a lot easier. And like I said, you don't have to worry about it separating. The glue is really, really strong. I know a lot of ladies use hot glue guns for just about everything, even to wigs. I'm gluing on wig tracks. I haven't tried that yet, but I don't really think I would. But for projects at home, this saves a lot of time and also a lot of money, because curtains are like really very expensive, like extremely expensive. So after I finish showing you how these come out, I'm going to show you how I actually put some holes in them for some curtain rods. Well, not curtain rods, but curtain rings. And I'm going to use a really inexpensive way to show how I'm using curtain rings. And these are actually going to be actual shower curtain rings. So as you can see, all the seams are binded together, and like I said, it's very sturdy, very strong. You just give it some time to dry and you're good to go. Really nice outcome. So next, as you can see, this is the finished look with just the panel. I finally finished all 6 panels. Took me about 2 days because I did run out of glue sticks. But I love these curtains. They're really pretty. And for 20 bucks for that whole bolt of material, you cannot beat that price at all, because they do come out really expensive. So right now I am showing you, these are shower curtain rings. They come in a dozen and you can get them at Walmart. I purchased these from Walmart. I think they were like $1.16 or 96 cents, and they're really inexpensive. You can also get more expensive ones, and this is a hole puncher, and you can get these just about anywhere. Now I got the cheaper shower curtain rings just because you're not really going to see them the way I'm going to position them, but I did get the clear ones because I felt like the clear ones would be less noticeable. And I'm going to use 6 on each panel for my curtains to hang from the actual curtain rods. So I do have regular curtain rods, and you just want to take those hole punchers and you want to put one at the end, not too close to the end, but at the end, and you just want to close it and clamp really hard. And as you can see, it made that small hole right there, which is perfect. It's not a messy or shredded hole. It's perfect for placing the actual shower curtain rings through. So that way, it's a really easy fix. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Stay diva and divalicious.